Ashley Dunn, nowhere to be. Oh, Dunn just come and got a tag title belt from in front of us, and now he sweeps the leg of A-Kid. A low blow. You see that? Did you see that?
I think he caught him on the upper thigh, the hamstring maybe.
Fine, there's the tag title shot. Here comes that lethal finishing move from SCC.
Fair and square. There we go.
Fair and square. Exclamation! Oh, caught the armbar from Haskins.
Haskins could make Robbie X tap at any second.
X is gonna have to tap. Phantasmo! A big body press, and now Phantasmo top rope moonsault on Robbie X. The cover by Phantasmo, and that does it. Oh, Phantasmo will face Pat.
I don't want you to wear this next week. Nah. Next week I'm loaded. I'm gonna give you something you've never seen before. I want you to take this. I want you to dress up real nice. Join me in this ring, because we're gonna host a big old celebration. A big old thank you. A big old goodbye to Rampage.
On the air. What kind of sick spectacle is this?
I presume our Defiant World Heavyweight Champion Rory Coyle, but who are these other men? What is going on here?
Rory Coyle promised a celebration, he called it, of the life and times of former Defiant champion Rampage, who Coyle defeated for that world title at Magnificent 7, but this is far more dark, far more sinister than I think any of us expected, and I have no idea what to expect here. There's that petrol can that almost put an end to the career of Mickey the Dragon last week.
I think we should all take a moment, bow our heads, pay that little bit of respect that you never paid Rampage Brown when he was your Defiant champion.
The Defiant universe is mourning the departure of Rampage Brown, better known to Defiant audiences as Rampage. A veteran of the UK, Rampage debuted for WCPW back in 2016. He would go on to solidify himself as one of the most dominant wrestlers on the roster before capturing the Defiant Championship in 2018. He would go on to be the longest reigning champion in Defiant history.
He was more than a wrestler. He was a locker room leader. I remember the night he turned up. Even wearing some of my merch. And that was his attitude. He was always like a stick it to the man attitude. He knew that there was no place for me in Defiant back then, but he still pulled on that shirt and walked out. I'm sad to see him go. But I told him this would happen. I didn't want the locker room leader. I didn't want the best wrestler in Europe. I don't want the guy that's turned down offers from all over the place. I'm sad to see him go. I know he's gone on to better things. But I'm happy it was me. I'm happy that I was the guy that put the nail in the coffin. That I'm the guy that's going to help us all remember the career of Rampage Brown. I know everyone in the back's probably worried. What happens Loaded now? What happens to Defiant now that it hasn't got that locker room leader? It hasn't got that veteran. It hasn't got that guy that's been to the biggest places. Well, don't worry. You've got the video nasty. You've got the horror icon. You've got the last true sick boy. And your Defiant champion, Rory Coyle.
You see, I've come here tonight. I brought a few extras because you all know that I love making horror movies. I brought a few extras because none of you lot would turn up and honor the wrestler Rampage Brown. You wouldn't honor the longest running champion in Defiant history. So it's up to me to lay him to rest, just like I laid Primate to rest. I have no regrets about what I did. I sent the little gorilla packing, and now I've sent the best wrestler in Europe packing. And it's only fitting that I should come here tonight in Newcastle, the place that built Walk Culture, the place that built Defiant, and I should get you all to pay attention and pay respect to Rampage Brown. This is the end of Rampage Brown. This is the end of the Primate. This is the beginning of the rise of the last true sick boy. Long live the sick boy. Long live the sick boy. Long live the last.
Coyle doesn't know. It's Sizem! Sizem unloading on Rory Coyle! Sizem, the man who will challenge Coyle for the world title!
And now Coyle's minions taking it to the superhero Justin Sizem.
It's a 5-on-1 assault here. How on earth Sizem managed to smuggle his way into this strange procession that Rory Coyle put out? I don't know, but Sizem is fighting back.
Sizem playing Coyle at his own games, his own mind games.
Sizem is less than 2 weeks away from facing Coyle for that world title at Lights Out. He's made a mistake here though, because Sizem, he may be incredibly brave, incredibly courageous, but he's not able to overcome 5-on-1 odds, and now he's being taken out.
The sick ritualistic slaughter of Rory Coyle.
What is this? They open that coffin. What is it? What are they doing to Justin Sizem? Sizem's being put in that coffin, for goodness sake. Sizem's in the coffin. This is...
Oh no, come on.
This is beyond dark.
We don't have to guess after last week's shenanigans what's inside
Whoa.
that canister.
No way. He wanted to do something very similar. Oh, God, he wanted to do something like this to Mickey the Dragon. He's dousing that coffin in petrol. Rory Coyle. We need help right now. Right now. Rampage! Rampage! Rampage is here! Rampage is here! Rampage unloading! Oh my God! Rampage! Maybe he hasn't gone after all! Rampage takes out Rory Coyle! Procession!
Rampage crashing his own funeral. Rory Coyle split, Dave. He's out of here.
Now Rampage is going to try and open that casket, doused in petrol, for goodness sake. And now Sizem is... No, Sizem must be disoriented.
Sizem
obviously freaked out by what happened. Sizem thinking that Rampage was one of the henchmen here.
Guys, let's calm it down for 1 second. Because this is brilliant. It really is, because you guys are the solution to my problem that is Rory Coyle. Because you don't need to fight each other tonight. What you guys will do is step in to a triple threat match at Lights Out. The superhuman Justin Sisser, the baddest man on the planet, former champion Rampage Brown, will take on the last true sick boy for the world title. I'm on it, guys. Do you want to see that?
Rampage added to the main event of Lights Out.
Gerald, I mean, just bear with me for a second, and it's listen. That sounds amazing and all, and I just want you to just bear with me, because hold on, Rampage. We've had a hell of a 12 months, battling each other up and down the country, on television, titles changing hands. But for you to come out here and put yourself in danger to come and help me out shows that over that time, you've gained a level of respect for me. And of course, as one of the best wrestlers in the UK right now, I've always had a high level of respect for you. Everybody here knows how good you are. And you absolutely deserve your shot at the title again. One of the best. Absolutely. And I deserve a shot at the title too for putting away Bad Bones 2 weeks in a row. So, instead of us two, Gerald, battering each other in this ring while Rory Coyle sits conniving in the corner waiting to take the chance, why don't you give us the chance to batter each other before Lights Out, and the person who wins that goes in fresh to take the title off Rory Coyle. Look, I'm not gonna lie, it's not the ideal solution. It's not ideal for me, because statistically, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. However, if you want it, and if all of you want it, then next week on Loaded, you got it.
Oh my, what an announcement. So first of all, it sounded like it was going to be a three-way main event at Lights Out, but instead, at the suggestion of Justin Sizem, it's Sizem v Rampage. Next week in our main event, the winner will face Coyle for the world title one-on-one at Lights Out.
What a main event that is. This started off as the funeral of Rampage Brown. Now it could be the genesis of Brown and his Defiant Championship reign.
Well, coming up next week here on Loaded, No Fun Done puts the so-called No Fun title on the line against Jack Sexsmith.
So-called, it is the No Fun Nah Championship.
You know, I came into Defiant to prove why I am one of the best, not in the UK, but in Europe. And I'm just not getting the momentum. Mark Haskins, Pac, Chris Brooks, Phantasmo.
You think you haven't got the momentum? I'm coming here taking hours every week. I'm coming like Kenny from South Park. I'm getting killed all the time.
Boys, enough! I am not having this attitude out of you. I'm definitely not having this attitude out of you, young man, either. Listen, you want to hear about something that sucks? Okay, a year ago, I invaded and tried to take over this company and failed in the process, okay? I won the tag team championships with Jimmy Havoc, and in our first defense, we lost them, and we never got a rematch for that championship, okay? And then, now, my tag team partner has left me, but I'm still here. I'm still ready to fight. Do you know why? Because as long as there is a beat in this heart, as long as there's blood in these veins, I am ready to go. So this is what I'm gonna say. You are one of the best in Europe, and you someday will be too, okay? But you two, you're both young, you're both hungry, you're both ready to go. So why don't you two, if you've both got a point to prove, you fight each other, and then the winner fights me at lights out.
Okay.
How
I'm
about
ready for
it?
an opportunity.
How about it, boys?
I'm
Let's
ready.
do it. Let's get
Okay,
stuck
I
in.
like
Let's
the
get
challenge.
meaty,
I like
yeah?
the challenge.
Are we in?
Yes.
Sound boys, let's go. Come on, man. Shield, fist bump. Let's do it. Bosh.
Bring
Game
your
on.
best.
Bring your best, boys. Bring your best.
Loaded rolls on, and we are about to be joined by the reigning Defiant Women's Champion.
Introducing at this time, the Defiant Wrestling Women's Champion, the Asian sensation, Kanji!
You have to wonder the mindset of Kanji as she will join us here on the broadcast position. And don't you start anything, Dave Bradshaw. I know what you're like.
Kanji is still wearing that athletic tape very noticeably on that injured knee. She's going to join us here for this #1 contenders match. Winner of this one obviously next in line to challenge for that championship belt.
That is the championship belt we were talking about, the Defiant Women's Championship on the broadcast table here.
Well, Kanji, a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
A ringside seat to watch this #1 contendership match.
Keep my eyes closed on this one.
And out first, a woman who's been very outspoken about the Defiant Women's Champion.
The following contest, it is a women's match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, and it will decide the #1 contendership to the Defiant Wrestling Women's Championship. Coming to the ring at this time, wrestling out of Liverpool, this is the one-woman army, LIZZY Styles.
Well, Kanji, Lizzy Styles had a few choice words for you in the past couple of weeks, doubting your integrity, doubting the honesty of your injury. And hang on a second, here she comes.
Up close and personal, look at that championship in between. Wow, that was tense.
Kanji, I don't know if you have any comment here on what Lizzy Styles has had to say about you and has been questioning your honesty.
I know, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. As soon as I had to make that decision, which I really didn't want to make, I wanted to come here and I wanted to fight. And I knew as soon as I had to make that honest decision, I knew what she was going to say. I knew it. Because that's who she is. You know, she's through and through, she's a fighter.
Her opponent,
and she wants this
from
title and she'll do
Rome,
anything
Italy,
for it.
Laura Di Matteo!
Well, meanwhile, Laura Di Matteo is 3-0 in her Defiant career. She was a last-minute replacement for you at Magnificent 7, won that three-way match, has since won 2 matches here on Loaded as well. Are you worried about the momentum that Di Matteo seems to have?
I think she's made an amazing impression so far, and I think she's definitely a threat to to maybe all of us on the roster, really.
3-0 is definitely impressive. You come into a company like this, Defiant Wrestling, where things are so competitive, especially with the women's title, and you win 3 straight, that's massive.
I noticed, by the way, that you're a lot less outspoken about Kanji's situation.
What did I say before the women's champ
Oh,
joined?
really?
No, listen, I knew that Dave Bradshaw would try and stir things. I have all the respect in the world for the women's champ. You know that, Dave.
You were questioning the truth of that injury as well, and you know it. It's on tape from last week.
That was LIZZY Styles who was questioned, not me. Don't drag me into this.
There's nothing false about this injury. If I'm given a match, I want to do it. There's nothing that will hold me back. But the advice I was given was to pull out. I had no choice.
Styles goes for a cover, gets a 2 count there, and Kanji, another question, of course, is that prior to that 3-way match at Magnificent 7, you were doubting your own ability as women's champion. You finally had a change of heart. You were looking forward to defending that title at Magnificent 7, and obviously another frustration for you with that injury. What has that done to your state of mind?
It's really dropped my confidence. It has. Even still now, I'm worried that, you know, it might get worse. Something might happen during a match. And LIZZY, as we've seen while she's been here, we've seen how nasty she can be, and how hard how hard hitting she can be. And if she goes near my knee, then, you know, that could be over for me.
She is a vicious, ruthless competitor.
Definitely.
And of course, she will tell you, as she is telling the world, that she has 2 victories over you in non-title situations. So in her mind, she is the rightful champion.
I think I'm not scared of her. Okay, I'm not scared of her. I will step in the ring with her at any time, and I'll fight her. I will. I'm scared of losing this title because.
Hang on a second, sorry, Kanji. There's a roll up by DiMatteo for a 2 count. And DiMatteo off the second turnbuckle cross body. She'll go for a cover again, another 2 count. You were saying? Clothesline from Style to his absolutely vicious here. Goes for a cover of her own. Another 2 count.
I'm scared of losing the title because I care about it. And I want to hold it. And I want to show everyone that I can be a strong champion. But she has, you're right, she's beat me numerous times. And the fear is there of losing it, and I don't want to lose it. So I will give it my all to make sure that she don't get that upper hand on me.
LIZZY Styles has the upper hand on Laura DiMatteo right now. Look at the torque. It's just vicious. Everything LIZZY Styles does is designed to hurt her opponent.
Yeah, vicious is the word. LIZZY Styles is just something else when it comes to intensity, when it comes to the ruthlessness with which she attacks her opponent. Laura DiMatteo may be 3-0, but she is finding out here it is going to be very difficult to go 4-0.
LIZZY Styles calls herself the one-woman army. She believes that she is the centerpiece that the Defiant Women's Division needs.
Here comes DiMatteo. DiMatteo off the rope. Takes Styles down.
One back.
DiMatteo asks her to get up to her feet. Styles looks rattled here. DiMatteo runs in, ends up on the ring apron, and hang on a second, DiMatteo up on the top turnbuckle. Styles hasn't seen her. Here comes DiMatteo, dropping off the top from the young Italian. Laura DiMatteo with the cover and a kick out.
I thought that was 4-0 right there. Remember, the winner of this match, they go one-on-one with the Defiant Women's Champion who's joining us here, looking on. Kanji, you can't fail to be impressed by what you're seeing from DiMatteo.
I am. And the crowd are behind her. I'm impressed.
Lights from the bridge from Styles gets a kick out on 2. Does DiMatteo.
LIZZY Styles questioning the referee.
LIZZY Styles has been questioning a lot, hasn't she?
Cockiness there, look.
Yeah, look at this.
that.
But this is what has brought her to the dance. This is why she's in Defiant Wrestling. The arrogance.
Well, she complains a lot, doesn't she? She complains that the world's against her, the referee's against her. DiMatteo goes for a cover and gets 2.
Close, she's getting close.
She complains that everyone is against her, complains that Kanji's faking an injury when there's absolutely no evidence to suggest that. Everything that LIZZY Styles does suggests that she thinks she's a victim, that she has a grudge against the world.
Now Laura DiMatteo with these fans on her side. as the champ mentioned.
Taylor measuring Styles. Styles catches the
Oh.
boot. There's a German suplex.
Right back on the back of Matteo's head, and there's one right to the face.
Styles glanced over here towards Kanji before going for the cover, and she's got it. Lizzy Styles ends the winning streak of Matteo.
Here is your winner, and now #1 contender, the Defiant Wrestling Women's Championship, the one-woman army, Lizzy Styles.
Lizzy Styles with an impressive victory, ending that winning streak of the newcomer Laura Matteo. And Kanji, you must be very impressed by what you've seen here.
I'm impressed by.
It's not done. It's not done. Smack there, pull her by the hair.
Lizzy Styles making a statement. Not only is she the #1 contender.
What's she doing?
What is she doing? What's she doing?
Lipstick or something? She's drawing.
She won the match. She should.
And this is disgraceful. Beyond disgraceful. Look at the
What is she doing?
humiliation she's inflicting on Laura Matteo.
Styles.
This is all she wanted. A #1 contenders match. She's got it. So why is she continuing?
Styles is, as you say, the #1 contender, but apparently that's not enough. She needs to make a point here, make a statement at the expense of Laura Matteo. Well, right now,
What is she trying to prove?
I have no idea. I mean, you won the match. You won the match. Let's take it over to Stevie Air and see if you can get a word with Lizzy Styles.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dave Bradshaw, calling the action for everybody at home. I would like a word with Miss Lizzy Styles. You are the #1 contender now. Obviously, this means that you'll face Kanji for the Defiant Wrestling Women's Championship at Lights Out. And I'm not so sure about what happened after the match, but nevertheless, congratulations. Lizzy Styles, I don't know if I could get a word here for the fans watching at home and here in the building.
Get out of my face!
What?
Kanji, I know you weren't really injured. You were being a little baby. So you know what? I'll see you at Lights Out for my championship.
This ain't yours. Fight me then. Fight me then. Fight me then.
Oh, wait a minute now. It could break down and get ugly pretty quick.
A tense situation here between Styles and Kanji. Kanji needs to be careful she doesn't ask for too much too early here, because that knee is still not repaired, as Styles, perhaps thankfully for Kanji, chooses to wait until she goes one-on-one for the women's title at Lights Out. Tell you what, we are less than 2 weeks away now from Lights Out, but before that, what about next week's Loaded? That is shaping up very, very nicely indeed. Robbie X going to face Man Like DeReese. The winner gets to face Mark Haskins at Lights Out.
And much to your chagrin, Dave Bradshaw, it's not the Hardcore Championship that's on the line, it's the No Fun title, when No Fun Done defends against Jack Sexsmith.
And as we now know, the returning Rampage will go one-on-one with Justin Sizem. The winner gets Rory Coyle for the world title in the main event in Leeds on April 17th. Do not miss Loaded next week.
Yeah, so I didn't even want like this singles match. I mean, if it was a triple threat, Rory would have less chances of winning. I mean, that's...
Do you know what I mean? Quick, you need to come with me. You need to see this.
What? See what?
Quick, come with me. Quick.
Where are you taking me? Benji, where is... You better not be trying to cash in, Benji. No, you better not be cashing in. It's serious. What? Oh, crap. What's happening here? What has happened?
We just heard noise and we came running, that's all. That's
Really? Why is Miller not here? Why is Miller not?
He was a gorilla last time I see, man.
What? Can we move this? Can we move something? Like...
I'm
Oh, man, good. Someone call help. Ambulance, get it. 999. Come on. You okay? Don't touch. You okay? You okay?
Main event tag team time here on Loaded, but what on earth is happening in the locker room area?
Well, we've got some hospitalization, that's what's happening.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Heading to the ring at this time from Bad Bourne City, Germany, weighing tonight 232 pounds. This is the Badness, John Klinger.
John Klinger has a date with Destiny against the prestigious one, Joe Hendry, in less than 2 weeks' time. Tonight he faces Hendry in a tag team situation.
A volatile situation, and again, that's what we've just witnessed in the backstage area with Adam Foster, the assistant to the assistant. He's been carted away. There's all sorts of things happening here before our main event on this week's Loaded.
From Nottingham, England, weighing tonight 240 pounds, the young bull, Gabriel Kidd.
Oh, what a pair this is. Gabriel Kidd and John Bad Bones Klinger, two very dangerous men.
And they're going up against two very dangerous men.
Simon Miller's coming out here, but he has no idea, as far as I'm aware, what's happened to Adam Foster.
Yeah, you have to believe Miller wouldn't be here if he did.
This time, Simon Miller!
Miller, obviously, with his own issues with both Kidd and with Klinger, who both contributed to the tape you see on that shoulder.
And this is why Simon Miller has such confidence. He didn't come alone here tonight. Brought some prestigious backup.
Introducing their opponents. First of all, from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing tonight 228 pounds, the prestigious one, Joe Hendry!
As far as Hendry is concerned, he has unfinished business with Gabriel Kidd, but more immediately, of course, that match against
And his
Klinger.
tag team partner, the cream in your coffee, your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, the Jewish cannon, the physical embodiment of charisma, the most entertaining man in professional wrestling, the Bernie Sanders of professional wrestling, the best of the best, Mr. American Rana, TV Wrestling, the 104-minute man.
We're
the main
underway
event,
here.
he's really good at Twitter, the king of talks, the product, David Starr!
Insisting on finishing what he started as Klinger gets sent to the outside by Starr.
And I bet Steve Aaron's still running. But anyway, here we go with this main event tag team match. Did you see the look in the eyes of both Joe Hendry and David Starr? Almost begrudging respect.
As we mentioned earlier on, this is a preview of sorts of two big singles matches coming up in a couple of weeks' time at Lights Out. We know it will be Gabriel Kidd against David Starr, and Hendry going one-on-one with Klinger. That show Lights Out with everything else that's going on that show as well. All available, of course, on Access Defiant. If you are a new customer, you get 30 days free, so you can see the entirety of Lights Out without it costing you a penny.
And I know what you're thinking, Dave Brash. I know that you think the young bull and the badness had something to do with what happened to Adam Foster.
Well, whatever happened to Adam Foster, we understand that, as you mentioned, he has been hospitalised. General Amin has accompanied him to the hospital, so Simon Miller, I guess, de facto in charge here.
And already there's some lack of cohesion between both these tag teams. Of course, they're not regular tag teams. At one point, Joe Hendry and David Starr were preparing to face one another one-on-one. That man there, Gabriel Kidd, changed everything.
Gabriel Kidd putting Starr on the shelf for several weeks, got himself a suspension as a result, and it was actually thanks to Joe Hendry that suspension was lifted, because Hendry insisted on teaching Kidd a lesson at Magnificent 7, and he was on the brink of doing just that before the time ran out. A 20-minute time limit draw between Hendry and Kidd in Sunderland.
And David Starr just tagged himself into this match A frosty look on Joe Hendry's face, who returns the favour. And to your point, Bradshaw, at lights out, yes, it will be Gabriel Kidd one-on-one with David Starr, but Joe Hendry, he has to deal with the John Klinger problem.
Right now he's got a David Starr problem because these two are not exactly in great harmony with each other.
A progressive problem. Progressive Prestige, how about that for a tag team name? Although I don't think this team's going to last somehow.
I was going to say, I'm not sure it's going to last long enough for a bone spear from Klinger. Starr took his eye off the ball, and now look at this, Klinger and Kidd like a pair of vultures picking the bones here.
The most dangerous man in European wrestling, and the young bull, the ruthless Gabriel Kidd, going to work on the Jewish cannon.
Yeah, I think Hendry may have opened a Pandora's box by asking for that suspension of Kidd to be lifted. It was an indefinite suspension. I wouldn't have minded if it had become a permanent one. Tag for Klinger. Crowd trying to get under the skin of Gabriel Kidd.
It's going to take more than that. It really will take more than that, because Gabriel Kidd, a while ago on social media, Dave, shared a picture. In a 6-month span, he has completely changed his body. For the better, I might add. He's in the shape of his life.
Yeah, no doubt about that, and it was an impressive performance against Hendry at Magnificent 7 as the double axe handle dropped down on David Starr, and now Kidd tags back in, so a direct preview now of that Starr versus Kidd match coming up at Lights Out. And by the way, it's not just Lights Out we've got coming up. Don't forget the 3rd annual No Regrets Rumble headed our way in May. That's coming up May 25th from the Manchester Academy. Tickets still available for that at wearedefiant.com/tickets.
A Saturday night in Manchester, and we're going to have ourselves a rumble. I can't wait for that one, but right here, we've got a rumble of a different sorts. And that could be the dawning realization for David Starr and Joe Hendry that they've come up against, or they've met their match rather, in the badness, John Klinger and the young bull Gabriel Kidd, who by the way are starting to show some cohesion that was lacking earlier on in the match.
Klinger and Kidd unfortunately do seem to be much more on the same page than their opponents, as Kidd getting in the cheap shot here on David Starr, holding him in place.
Oh!
So much for cohesion.
Well, that goes right out the nearest window.
Gabriel Kidd knocked to the floor inadvertently by his own tag partner, and there's the tag from Starr. In comes Hendry. Here's another preview of Lights Out.
And not a preview John Klinger's going to enjoy.
Hendry, neck breaker. Klinger screaming after the impact of that one.
Gabriel Kidd coming in. He's cut off again by the prestigious one.
Hendry sent to the apron.
Oh,
big boot to the face from the young bull.
Oh,
big clothesline from Hendry. Kidd took his eye off the ball for a moment. There's a DDT from the prestigious one. The former Defiant World Champion is cooking with gas here.
And there's a nip up from Joe Hendry. A man that size shouldn't be able to move that fluidly.
Looking for the freak of nature on Klinger, who lands on his feet. Low blow. Well, that's got to do it. Well, what's he doing? What's he doing?
When are you going to learn that John Klinger does whatever he wants?
Well, obvious disqualification.
But it opens the door for Klinger to put the boots to Joe Hendry.
Klinger apparently had no interest in whether he won the match. Apparently his only aim to do some damage to Hendry here ahead of Lights Out.
No, Klinger staring right at Simon Miller.
That's a bad idea, Simon, because that shoulder obviously re-injured by Klinger a few weeks back, and
Miller's not backing down.
And maybe he should. Oh, now hang on now. Look at this. David Starr getting between Klinger and his would-be victim.
Remember what's coming up at Lights Out.
Right now, what is this? The anti-fun police are here.
Well, apparently this is too much fun. The anti-fun police distracting Simon Miller and David Starr long enough.
Come on now.
And look, over the other side, Gabriel Kidd has Joe Hendry in a precarious position.
There's a 5-on-3 advantage for those guys. It's a mugging. It's a mugging of Joe Hendry and David Starr and Simon Miller.
He already said that next week on this very programme, Loaded, No Fun Done, will defend his championship against Jack Sexsmith. But right now, all he's doing is raining blows down on the head of David Starr.
Police brutality here of the worst kind against David Starr. Klinger getting involved on the outside as well. Look at Drake and Kidd inside the ring on Hendry.
What are they doing to Joe Hendry? Are they handcuffing the man?
Oh, there's tape. They've got tape. They're taping Hendry to the top rope, for goodness sake. What is this? What is this? This looks like a pre-planned assault.
Joe Hendry now only has one arm to fight with.
What is this? Well, we need help out here. We need reinforcements for these three. And don't forget, Miller is still injured. David Starr is not fully recovered from his injuries that he suffered at the hands of Kidd. This is
the badness throws Simon Miller back into that ring. I assure you, Simon Miller does not want to be in there.
I guess the only reinforcements available for Miller would be General Amin or Adam Foster, and both of those guys are in the hospital right now.
This had to be well orchestrated. This had to be premeditated. This is 100% brilliant, Dave Bradshaw.
Klinger's got a chair on Hendry.
What a way to make an impact with lights out right around the corner. Huge matches, money on the line. And Gabriel Kidd, John Klinger and the anti-fun police absolutely wrecking shop here on Loaded.
Miller's already injured. I don't have a mic.
Gabriel Kidd yelling for a microphone.
I don't have a mic. Ridiculous. Miller is already hurt.
Oh. Well, it's nice. It's nice that I finally got your attention, David. It's nice. It's nice you finally turned up. You're not Progress, you're not WXW, you're not PWG, you're here. You're here to fight me. You're here to fight me. And it's nice. It's nice to see that you're not crying about not being able to beat Walter.
Oh my God! Klinger just took out Miller!
It's nice that you're not crying about the last thing that Donald Trump said on Twitter. It's nice that you decided to step up and be a man. Because you know that you can't beat me.
Maybe get him to the right hand. The right hand from Starr. Starr is trying to fight back against Gabriel Kidd. Oh my.
And inside the ring, John Klinger continues to go to town on the prestigious one, Joe Hendry. Again, Dave, there's no one to help. Adam Foster's been taken to the hospital. General Amin is right there with him.
A premeditated hip job on all three of these guys, Hendry and Starr. Miller is still down on the outside after that brutal double axe handle from Klinger. Kidd is choking David Starr.
Oh.
David Starr is foaming at the mouth.
Still, this assault continues. This is...
David Starr is out. David Starr is completely out cold.
Simon Miller just ravaged with pain. John Klinger going back high. Oh, you don't think we're going to see?
Come on.
You don't think we're going to see what I think we're going to see?
Don't do it. Klinger's on the top. Klinger, the descendant of madness on the injured shoulder of Simon Miller.
Picture perfect. Elbow right to that shoulder.
Well, what do we have here? Hey, someone tell me that. Tell me who looks like a jobber. Here you have your favourite YouTube personality in the floor on a heap like the weak man that he is. And what do we have here? The hottest agent, the hottest free agent in professional wrestling. Well, right now, it looks like the man who wants to be a wrestler.
is tied up in the rope and he can't defend himself. And last but not least, we have the product, the King of Taunts, lying on the floor, unable to breathe, because I, the jobber, just choked him out. Tell me how there's any qualities of a jobber about me. I am the best professional wrestler this federation has ever seen. Ever. And let me say this. You see what I just did to David Starr? I'm the real bastard. I'm the real bastard. So how about you take this off my hands and I'll continue to do my good work.
Enough's enough. Enough is enough.
Gabriel Kidd out. Oh, I thought he was leaving, but he picks up that chair one more time.
What is he doing?
Starr can barely...
Starr has no ability to defend himself here.
Oh, right to the rib cage of the product.
Pathetic. That makes Gabriel Kidd feel like a big man, does it?
Well, here's the question. Are David Starr or
choking
Joe
him again.
Hendry even going to make it to Lights Out?
He's choking him again. Look at him. Gabriel Kidd is like an animal here. The assault continuing on Hendry and Miller as well. God knows what more damage has been done to that injured shoulder of Simon Miller.
It's probably set Miller back months, if not years. We might never see that man inside another ring, thanks to the anti-fun police, John Klinger and Gabriel Kidd.
Oh, the anti-fun police, apparently their work is done. This is sick. Sick is the only word for what these guys have done here, what they have unleashed on Hendry, on Starr, and on Simon. Get out of here!
You go and tell them that. It's almost like a game of one-upsmanship. Look at this, Klinger hammering David Starr. Gabriel Kidd on Joe Hendry, almost doing each other's bidding. Klinger against Hendry and Kidd against Starr at Lights Out.
Kidd's got that chair again. Kidd has that chair again.
Can't be accidental.
Oh, my, right in the skull! What is he proving? The inmates are running the asylum here in Defiant.
Look at that. That's your superstar.
Awful.